Confused, I checked the brakes to make sure they weren't on and gave the wheelchair another big shove forward. That's when I looked down again and noticed a tube had gotten caught on the wheel.
Oh my God, it's our oxygen tank.
I picked it up and noticed it was leaking.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. That was almost bad. In the studio with me tonight for the first time in Youth Group Chronicles history. Never before seen combo on the show.
We'll make history.
Pastor Cole, Clark, and Isaiah Smallwood. Welcome to the YGC Studios, boys.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
They have been in a couple live shows together, but they've never been on the show here in the studio. And they are guests number 1 and number 2 ever on Youth Group Chronicles.
What?
Never been on together.
1 and 2?
Well,
Wow.
yeah.
1 and 2?
1 and 2.
This is like an OG episode.
This is an OG episode.
This is
It's about to be a throwback.
Honestly.
Retro.
1 and 2,
Retro.
but we've never been on that pod
We
on a
will.
pod together.
You think after all this time we would have done it, but we'll see how it goes, and then we'll
What
assess
number
for the
episode
future.
is this?
This is 145.
Right, absolutely.
145? That means something. Never forget episode 145.
What does it mean?
I don't know. It means something because me and Zay are together.
145.
If this is your first time listening to the
Sadie
show,
Zay
this
needs
is
to
where
be
people
banned.
send in their
100%.
crazy youth ministry stories, and we get to react to them here on the show. Hello, Instagram Live. Desiree, Daniel, Harold, Beatrice, Michael. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's kick this
Shout
off with
out
a story
Desiree.
from Marissa. Our youth group would go to a local nursing home.
Dang, bro. All right, hold on. You just got into it.
Yeah, he's going. He's ready.
Golly.
He's got episodes
Go
to
ahead.
make them.
No, we good.
Our youth group would go to our local nursing home to wheel the residents into the day room
Uh-huh.
to watch our church service together on a giant TV.
Yeah. Wheel them.
But one Sunday, as I was pushing an elderly lady back to her room,
Oh, God.
her wheelchair suddenly stopped. Confused, I checked the brakes to make sure they weren't on and gave the wheelchair another big shove forward.
I'm already seeing it. I'm already know. I wish this was the guest one.
Wait. This is not the guest one, but I really want to hear your guess.
I want
to
to
hear your
ready?
No,
Ready?
I can't.
Ready?
I can't.
Her, it's a girl, right?
Yeah.
Pushing a girl. Her foot came off the pedal. She's ramming it. She's ramming it into the foot. And the girl's like mute or something. She can't speak. So it's just or we're gonna hear in a second. All of a sudden, I did it a third time and I heard a scream.
I was this close to doing this one as the guessing, but I
don't
wanted to
even wanna
open this
guess
so
it.
bad.
Let's go, bro.
You're not going to guess?
I
You
don't
have
want
no
to
guess?
I can't. Hits home.
Confused.
Too close for coverage. Let's go.
Confused, I checked the brakes to make sure they weren't on and gave the wheelchair another big shove forward. That's when I looked down again and noticed a tube had gotten caught on the wheel.
Oh my God, it's our oxygen tank. Oh my God.
Can't breathe. She can't breathe. She's over there like.
Doris is dying right before her. Dang, bro. Dang, bro.
She can't even.
No oxygen. How you supposed to breathe
Or
with
it's
no
a P2.
air?
Or it's the P one.
I picked it up and noticed it was leaking.
Oh.
Come to find out, I had ripped out this poor woman's catheter.
Oh, not ripped. Oh my gosh. Hey.
That's honestly worse than the foot.
That's worse than the foot. Golly, boy. Dang.
Dang.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm glad she could breathe still. I'm glad her oxygen wasn't taken away.
It was a leaky wheel.
Just a,
Good guesses, but not there.
Yeah, no.
some Mountain Dew on the floor.
If you guys have stories you'd like to send into the show, stories@ygcpodcast.com.
Took the breath out of her lungs.
Dang,
Past the
bro.
expiration date is crazy. Aiden?
That's wild.
Past expiration.
This is a story from Kyle.
Great.
Kyle said, during our youth group's paintball war, All the kids I shot started crying after a couple minutes. Finally, after 7 kids started crying, the referee realized something was wrong and stopped the game. Apparently, these kids had brutal chemical burns.
Oh,
They were so bad that an ambulance, some police, and the fire department hazmat team had to come to the paintball field.
On the paintball.
Imagine still shooting these kids.
This dude was hitting him with nuclear waste.
What? Shut up.
Zay's not all right. We
Oh,
gotta get Zay some help. Zay still heard about the last.
Oh, bro,
The
it's getting
last
me.
story
I'm not
still
gonna
got
lie, bro. The catheter just getting tossed is crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So boom,
bruh.
the hazmat team pulls up.
Yeah. Along with the cops, the police, all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long story short, I didn't have any paintballs for our youth group's paintball war, so I ran out and bought some last minute. After having a cop inspect my newly purchased paintballs, he told me I had unknowingly bought MK9 balls. Apparently, these are what the sheriff's department uses for crowd control because they have liquid mace in them.
Who's selling that? Who's gonna sell that? Who's selling that?
Accidentally?
He asked for 'em. He asked for 'em.
Accidentally?
He said, "I want."
They just accidentally put the ones with mace in it next to
said-
the ones that are paint. I've never seen that.
He said.
No, so I looked it up because I was wondering the same thing. You can buy them off Amazon.
He said,
do
"I
that.
want to."
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Disclaimer.
Don't do it and shoot it at kids.
Right. He said, "I want to give him a time."
If
they'll
you're gonna
never
go through
forget."
that much effort to self-defense, just buy a gun.
Somebody said Germany making a comeback.
Dang, man.
That's
What make it? Germany make
Germany.
it?
That's wild.
We will.
Respectfully.
All right. So at the end of the day, this dude is shooting mace at kids
Yeah,
at his
shooting
camp.
mace. Shooting mace.
That's crazy.
This is from Nick.
Just pee on it.
Just be honest, wild.
Maybe that would help actually.
Yeah.
It probably would.
That was a whole thing.
Throw
in the
some milk
episode.
on it.
Just pee on it. Fixes everything.
I think he was on that
Squirt
episode.
some milk on it.
You
No,
were
it
on that
wasn't
episode.
because I was on it. I think it
Who
was
was
me
it?
and PT.
Yeah, he was. This is from Nick. At a very conservative college, our campus minister gave a devotion about how the earth was God's garden.
Oh, are you?
Except he didn't realize how bad the rest of his analogy sounded because he unknowingly told us we were to be hoes for Jesus tilling up the soil.
What in the...
I'll give him a pass. He was a little bit older. They did say
Bro,
he was
it's
an older
always the
speaker.
old guys. We got to be hoes for Jesus. I just feel
Could you
bad.
turn
I
that
just
in-
feel like that's about to get clipped right there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like that's going to be out in 10 years.
Respectfully,
Like,
at the
actually,
beginning of
let's
this,
look at Pastor
at the
Kenneth's
beginning of this-
doctrine. If we look back through the years,
Cole was like,
His
"I'm not gonna say nothing wild."
he was teaching.
And he said, "Let's be hoes for Jesus," and then paused. That's gonna be clipped.
Dang.
It's gonna be clipped.
Dang.
Okay, so people are saying he knew what he was doing. Do you actually think he I don't
Hoes
think
for
he did.
Christ.
I don't
No.
know. Remember that one pastor who said,
Walked the streets for
who was
Jesus.
using threesome?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is also a golf term. I didn't realize, so he could have gotten mixed up.
I will say this is that at the end of the day, if you just don't know,
Keep going.
but you got to know that word.
Hold on.
Like my grandma knows that word.
Yeah.
Doesn't the Bible talk about planting seeds?
That's what he
That's what he was using.
Yeah.
Is he was saying he was tilling it. You got to till
Yeah,
it
you got
up.
till it. Yep.
Which again, I'm still like, do we got to be the till? Like, I feel like we more or less are the seed.
Sometimes
Nah.
you gotta hope for the Lord.
I feel like, I disagree with his statement.
100%.
I disagree with his
100%
statement.
unbiblical.
Planting seed is sus.
100% not okay. Don't hope for the Lord,
I
please.
disagree.
Reminds me, Emmanuel said it reminds me of the Daddy Please Film Me story. Honestly, it does not remind me of that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Not even
you're
close.
weird. You're weird.
He's been waiting to pull
He's
that.
been waiting for that.
Waiting to say that.
Said,
No,
this is
Sam
the
did
perfect
not
moment.
curse again. I don't know what you think I said.
Sam doesn't
And
curse.
for the record,
Sam
He did.
doesn't swear.
But he did.
for the record,
But he
He
did.
did?
He did.
I accidentally cussed one time on the show because I read a word I didn't know was a cuss word.
Made eye contact with me immediately.
Well, where was it?
I said, Sam. He said,
Well,
I was so confused. I was like, wow.
where
I
was
said,
it?
was
wow.
past
Even
tense
his
of the
mom
S
was just
word.
like, Sam.
Past tense of the S word?
Right?
Oh,
Exactly, right? Who would have thought?
Go ahead and say it.
who would have thought?
I'm going to tell Mama Stearns.
Past tense of the S word?
It's a.
I feel like I'm on camera.
Yes, there is. That's actually
Wait, what was
cuss
it?
word.
Hey, Sam,
Don't
go ahead
say-
and say it again.
No. So what I did, I was so proud.
Is it pooped? That is
It's
not
a
a
different
cuss
letter.
word.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And he was like looking at, see?
I mean,
I'm
because
glad I'm
it's
not
the same
alone.
word with like that.
No, it's not a
No,
cuss
it
word.
is.
You looked it up?
It's a curse.
Yes.
No way.
Dude, I had to go back and bleep myself
We will.
out.
Dude, I gotta repent.
Yeah.
You've been cussing.
I gotta let go and repent.
Guys, thank you, but
No,
I'm
This
not
is
alone.
my private public.
That's why David, when he was like,
I don't know.
God, I repent for the things that I did do knowingly and the things that I do unknowingly.
Well, now that I know,
you know,
I'll only.
sorry,
We will.
it got
we
cold.
will-
It got cold. It got cold.
Now that I know, I'll sparingly use it.
I'll
He
be
said
careful who I say it around.
Sometimes I'll think about it.
I'm just playing.
Sometimes I'll think about
I won't
using
use it. That's crazy though.
Yes. Who remembers that episode? I'm sure a lot of people do. And yes, it's probably because I was homeschooled. Although the private schooler,
I feel
Also,
like frick
Papa
must
Ma-
be a,
Papa
I feel like
Moss-
frick must be a bad word then.
Papa Moss waiting with the belt is crazy.
If they're like, what the frick? Oh, that's in the same category to me.
what?
it's not,
That word you just said in
but
frick.
it's not, but it's not. No,
That's what.
What about
Yeah.
the P word?
no.
PIS. S.
Not bad.
ED.
It's not bad, right?
No.
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
some households are like, that's not bad. Some are like, it's terrible.
Yeah, but the problem is he said it on the podcast.
Well, you know
Very,
what?
very
You know what?
confidently.
PR doesn't agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually,
But we got to
yeah,
get back
it's
on
true.
track.
Cole
because
is
We're
speaking.
fine.
Cole
We're
is
fine.
speaking his role into existence. He just like slips into conversation. And he's our head of PR.
Head of PR.
Yep.
PR
So,
doesn't agree.
Oh
I
yeah,
disagree.
frick is one of my favorite words. Frick, 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 frick. Rated R.
I actually do really enjoy that word.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody said Isaiah loves that word. Absolutely, 100%.
They're gonna have it. Someone said they're gonna have a chat with Sam, Papa, and Mama Moss.
Well, my mom was on the live that night, and
Bro,
she
it's
pretended to get mad at
It
me.
was hilarious.
Like, how could I say that? And then she was watching our kids, so I went home, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know that was a curse word. I was just trolling you on the live." So
Was she homeschooled too?
no,
They just
Pretty
don't know
much
your
so.
parents enough.
No.
Your dad would be the one to be like, actually, in 1786, that word. If you really want to go back to
Mama Moss.
no. My dad did say growing up that saying like, "Oh, that's freaking cold." He's like, "You may as well just say the real thing." So he was a stickler.
True.
on-
No, my mom says the
that's
same
what my
thing.
mom said.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then what got me was when I was like moved out and I heard her say frick, and I'm like, what? You was giving me a whole sermon. Don't say that in my household. You might as well just be saying that.
You might as well be cussing.
I
You might as
moved
well-
out. My mom's like, these freaking dogs. Like, dang.
Yo, nah.
Dang.
Ain't it wild when you see your parents or hear your parents do something that
He
they
said-
told you not to
Oh,
do?
He
yeah.
said, I didn't know that was past tense of the word because I used the other one. I know, actually, I don't anymore, but I did when I was an unsaved fella. Like,
Yeah.
itted.
3 days ago.
You're bugging.
No, right now,
6 years ago.
one of my favorite things to do
Amen.
right now is
sir.
my dad will drop comments about how to raise kids. Like, because I
Just
have kids.
mid-podcast, just mid
Yeah, I know.
story.
It's all right. So he's like, he'll be like,
And
"Hey,
then his,
you know, if
and
they
his nutsack fell out. That's what you got to make
Whoa.
parents wear cups.
what the heck?" were we reading?
Those are real stories.
What? Sam, where did that come from?
Is that not a real story that we watched where the kid slipped on a branch and
Yeah,
his
he did.
nutsack fell out?
Yes.
His nuts fell out of sack.
Oh,
And so I'm like, Todd's in the comments talking about make sure your
I'm
kids wear
sitting here
cups.
looking at the comments. I'm looking
No,
for
he
the
would be
word
like,
nut.
he's like, hey,
Yo,
you know, when
what's
the kids tell you that they have a dirty diaper, that means they're ready to be potty trained. I'm like, well, she's 1.5, but maybe soon. But now they have foster kids that they're raising, so I can just basically throw all the same things that he
Back
said
at
to me
him.
back at him, which is very, very
Just
fun.
a Uno reverse.
It is fun. It is.
This is a story from Philip. This is the story that we're going to take a guess on. On a mission trip, we had a student with us who was from a foreign country. I didn't think this would be an issue, but it definitely was. By the third night, this kid was having some pretty serious stomach pains. I just assumed it was caused by the amount of sweets and junk food he had eaten in the week so far.
Man got a tapeworm.
And since the pain subsided a little later that night, I didn't think much of it. The next day, he acted normal until late that night when the same thing happened. After talking with this kid's brother, the parents decided that they would come the next morning to take him home. What do you think was going on? If you had to guess. A tapeworm?
I don't know.
So the kid
Tapeworm actually a great
is
guess.
from a foreign country.
He's from a foreign country.
I feel like that's a key.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It is. I'll give you a hint. It is.
I feel like the fact that he's
win.
from what country? Did it say what country they're in?
America or Canada.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's one. So there's
here.
got to be something that he's doing that they're not doing in another country, and it's making him sick.
The
So
boy has a blockage.
I got a few guesses.
He probably hasn't
In
pooped.
other countries, this is bad.
Take your time.
Lactose intolerant.
Take your time.
He's eating something that's not edible. He's eating something that's not supposed to be.
That's a good.
be
Yeah,
eaten.
some people are saying that in chat.
Yeah, I'm saying he's either eating something he's not supposed to be eating, or he's touching something. He's not supposed to touch. Like he's like using a toilet as a sink or something, just something crazy. No, I'm gonna go with there's something that he's eating.
It was
that is not
it
edible.
was the pause that
Yeah, I
he's
know.
touching something. Boy, he's touching something.
that
I said, wow. What would that be?
I don't know. Someone's making him
Someone
sick.
said he's eating napkins or something. That's
No, there's something.
Okay, he's
there's
not.
something he's eating that he's not supposed to eat because that's how you get like sick like that.
tapeworm or appendicitis.
Appendicitis is too like
Yeah,
Multiple-
appendicitis.
anatomy.
Yeah,
No,
multiple days.
appendicitis. You wouldn't
You wouldn't go away.
This
it
isn't
would be
ER,
continual.
right?
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
be
this is like
continual.
he's doing something.
All right. What are you sticking with the tapeworm, Isaiah? Is that what you're?
What would that be?
All right, we'll figure it out. Let's go. Let's see how close you're.
They're trying to eat something that's not edible.
All right,
I think he's eating soap.
eating soap.
That's
Okay.
good.
My mind raced trying to figure out what went wrong, unsure what the problem was.
He's touching something.
The next morning, I met with the dad, and he explained that their son didn't know how to use toilet paper because their culture only used bidets. Turns
There's
out,
no way he's shoving it up. There's no
I
way.
literally almost said out of my
There's
mouth
no-
that he's using the bidet. I literally almost said it.
well, he said their culture only uses bidets.
Right.
He doesn't know how to use toilet paper.
That's when I said touching. I thought maybe he was using like the bidet in the wrong way, but I'm like, that's a reach because you wouldn't put that in your mouth.
Turns out this kid had been holding his poop for the past 4 days and was
no.
ready to burst at the seams.
Oh no. Oh
He didn't know how to wipe.
He didn't know how to wipe.
dang.
Bro.
Hold on.
I would've
'Cause that wouldn't
sacrificed.
have made me.
I would have sacrificed. I'd have been like this shirt.
I'd have just gotten a shower or something.
I'd have been like this. Whoa. I don't know. I feel like that's.
Isn't that called
I mean,
waffle?
It works.
What's that called? Waffle stomping?
Yes, where you just get in.
You'd have to be desperate.
Yeah, I mean,
right,
hey,
but I mean, in his position,
I'm not gonna lie, say, in his position, that would be a moment. But also,
you know what I mean?
Also, I'm saying that I would have been
Waffle
looking at.
stuffing
I
is
would have been
crazy.
looking at that sleep shirt I brought and been like,
Yeah, but
you
he
gotta
doesn't.
take one.
But he
He
doesn't know how to wipe. So that's why
They
I
only
said
use bidets.
He should have been like cupping the sink water or something like 4 days, bro. 4 days.
So you
he
telling
couldn't
me he's
figure it
cupping
out.
the sink water and
There's
throwing it on
There's
him?
a bath.
Where?
There's a shower or something right there.
They're on a mission trip, so maybe actually access to showers.
Go down to the
were
river.
limited.
Just to let it. The
Yeah,
log,
I ain't gonna lie.
You ever
Let it
seen
go.
a log?
You got to
float?
do what you got to do.
Just a log floating. He relieved himself
Oh boy,
in God's naturist way.
naturist,
Nature's way. Naturist. I'm
naturist.
making up
So
words.
I did see some correct guesses in the chat. They didn't mention the bidet, but they did say that he was stopped up. There was a couple guesses
Boy,
about that.
got stuffed.
Yes. What culture only uses bidets? I would imagine
European
Europe.
countries.
Yeah.
It's mad normal.
Maybe his house. Maybe he was younger and his
It's
house
actually
only
way
had.
cleaner.
Good question, Abby.
It is way cleaner.
Mhm. It's just a
Okay,
sink for
but
your
okay.
butt.
Doesn't it splash onto?
Not every bidet is one of the spray ones.
I think it's bidet.
And in Europe,
Yeah,
Europe,
bidet
in
is
Europe,
crazy.
listen,
It's the boudet is washing your
the
boudet.
the boudet. That's what it's for. Your boudet.
Boudet.
For your boudet.
Boudet.
So I always thought it. Boudet for the boudet. Yo, They look like sinks.
What's going on, Cole?
They don't look like the spray joint.
What? I've never seen one of those.
You never seen the spray one?
Well, I've
Where
seen
like,
the.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Sam saying I never seen the spray one.
No,
I
I've
went
seen-
to the Mosses for a breakfast and I
The
seen the
bidet.
one.
No, of
connected
course
to the
they
toilet.
got a
Right.
bidet in their house.
No,
Not
my
him, his
parents do.
parents.
My dad swears by it somehow. I
But
still can't
listen,
get behind it.
They look like no, bro. They literally look like a
Mosses.
sink. They look like a sink and they're just lowered.
I've never seen one of those.
I've never seen one of
I've
those.
seen like the stick.
She got a picture of it.
Wait,
There's
let's
definitely
see.
no.
Can
They
we-
have like a sink.
Hold on.
It's like a sink and you like.
They have it
Sam,
on wafer.
I
What?
told
Hold,
you.
hey,
That just
hey,
looks like a
literally for your
toilet.
Sam.
butt.
Hey, Sam.
There's a faucet.
Could you repeat your last statement?
No.
You said I seen the stick.
Dang.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey,
Yeah.
listen. I'm not gonna lie. That is way cleaner than what we do.
No, definitely.
Probably.
What do you do?
Because
Cole?
I'm just saying, there's nothing that beats taking a shower, right? Like that's how you get your cleanest. So I'm saying, nah, you're not gonna get on me for something that's normal. All right,
It's normal everywhere else in the world except
right?
here.
To do the bidet.
Absolutely. No,
Why do we
100%.
do everything different?
Right, and I'm
Fahrenheit,
saying,
metric.
Like, dude, that's the worst.
That's why we
part.
Pisses
me off.
Metric.
Pisses
But
me
anyway,
off.
I'm saying the bidet, the bidet
The bidet.
is actually clutch, and if it wasn't so weird out here, I'm sure I wouldn't mind it.
I believe they're coming into more homes.
The spray one is
Yes.
mad popular.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
that's
I
right.
was looking for toilet. I'm remodeling.
You can
part of my
you can buy it.
house. Yeah,
on
and I was
Amazon.
looking for toilet, and they're like, now it's like a main staple.
But the
option.
It's
bowl one
fire.
she just showed,
It's
you can
fire.
buy off Wayfair.
Yeah, because those are literally the sink ones. You
Also,
just
we'll have
squat
these-
down,
We'll have these posted on our LTK. So if you want to support the show, all
get yourself a bidet.
right, let's go to some questions. We will get rolling on our mailbag segment.
I really don't know.
It makes sense though.
To call it a boudet.
The bidet cleans the bidet. It makes so much sense.
Bro, he's so excited about this.
I don't know. I feel
He
like
could
that's-
use a shirt if it comes. Guys,
That's how
he
some
didn't know
French
how to
people
wipe
did
with
it.
toilet paper. How's he
It's
going to know how to
true.
wipe with
They-
a shirt?
bidet.
All right. Okay, it really is not that hard. You're right. We will go to our mailbag. We have a few questions here from listeners of the show. This one is from Elena. Now, in the beginning of the episode, I said that these two have never been on the show together before in the studio.
It's true.
However, they did do some live shows
Yeah, it's
together. So they've been on stage together.
It's true.
The first question is, how was it having someone storm the stage? What were you feeling in that moment? Now, for context, when we did our live show, episode 139, we were sharing a story. We were sharing a story about a kid that was trying to do a cup stacking game, but the youth pastor didn't know he didn't have any fingers when he called on the kid. As we were saying this, you might not be able to hear it in the episode very well. There's a pocket of kids in the crowd that start screaming and pointing toward a kid. And I'm trying to play this off and not notice it because I'm not going to call the kid out for being stubby, right?
Dang.
No fingers. I'm not going to say anything.
He's not
From
going to
the
pick on
stage.
him at all.
So then we move on to the next story. And this kid runs onto the stage and puts his hands in the air behind us.
For being stubby.
And
It's crazy.
honestly, for me, I really didn't know what to think. Isaiah handled it very well. But I was
Hit him with a. He did.
yeah, you
What
did.
was his name?
That man
It
came
don't
on
matter
stage.
what
He
his name
said,
is. It's not about his name. It's about the legend.
I said, wow.
The legend.
The legend.
The legend. The memories he left. He came out. He said, "Yo."
I just looked. I said, wow, what's your name?
No, you did great.
Yeah, go sit back down.
I think it
I
was.
brought it up. I brought it up last week or the last.
Yeah, with
Appreciate
Pastor
that.
Whatever
yeah,
it
with
was.
Chris.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like,
Appreciate
Zay
that, bro.
killed it.
He did.
He's like, "What's your name, bro?" Oh, word. I'm just gonna make up names. He's like, Tyler. Oh, hi. Tyler, go sit down.
I said,
Everyone,
yeah.
give it up for Tyler.
Go ahead, sit back down, man.
Yeah, so I was watching it today because I pulled up the clip, and it was a lot longer of a moment than I remembered.
Yeah.
Because we were just
It was that
look
long.
and
I stared at him the whole time.
Yeah, so Isaiah, he comes up behind Isaiah from his left shoulder. And
I
Isaiah
said-
he goes like this. Isaiah goes immediately covers his mouth. We'll clip it when it's on YouTube. You guys will see this. But it was hilarious. Isaiah was about to lose
Bro,
it.
we were still laughing. You moved to the next story.
I know we were completely
Hey, yo,
still
man.
laughing
Hold on. Because
about
man
the kid.
stormed it.
No, we were laughing about the kid before he stormed the stage.
Yeah.
Like me and Zay are like,
That man stormed the stage 2 stories later. He sat
he
there
was not playing.
cooking. He was just like
He was plotting how to get on the stage.
He said, security ain't there.
Bro, he moved crazy.
They're laughing, enjoying time. People are going to be, like, I got this. He turned to his friend. He was just like,
He didn't.
hey, yo, watch this.
He don't give me the I turn type. He gave me like the he army crawled left stage. Somehow he ended up behind Zay. He had to skip around me.
He did.
He went like
He
back
did.
around and
The first
he
question
didn't
I asked when he got off stage, I said, where's security? Man, stormed the stage. Where's security? Where's security?
He wasn't fast.
I said, where's our team?
He wasn't even worried about like being noticed by the cameras. He was like, I'm gonna stand behind him.
It was very funny looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry for calling him stubby. I apologize
Sam would
right now. I
never do that.
redact the statement.
Yeah, respectfully, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
He's not gonna make fun of him at all.
That was wild.
This is a question from that Gen Z homemaker. What's in store for Youth Group Chronicles in 2025?
Only you know.
Oh, that's true.
Coming to a city near you.
Coming to a city near
Oh, yeah,
possibly.
absolutely. Yeah,
we
Tag
will
your
let
youth
you know when
pastors.
it's all 100% confirmed, but we have some live shows on the books
One.
in the works, which is really cool. So you guys should definitely come out to those. Another fun thing, a goal is to release a Youth Group Chronicles game, like a card game. Not going to tell you the details.
Ooh,
It's going to be a lot of fun.
That'd be fire.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We've talked to a manufacturer to help us with this. So it is in the works, but it's a lot of work. So
Mm-hmm.
you never know. But we that is a goal for 2025. So keep an eye out, guys. I think it would be a ton of fun for youth groups and really anybody. But a Youth Group Chronicles theme game. And then our last question is from Logan. Is it okay to refer to myself as a retard?
No.
I mean,
No.
That depends.
No.
well,
No.
I would say
No.
I want to say
No.
I want to say
No. No. Cole, I'm trying to save us right now. No. No. It's never okay.
Well,
No.
it's not okay.
Never.
We will just say no.
No.
Unless
but-
it's in if you're
But is crazy.
It's never okay. It's never all right.
No.
guys, we're not going to get canceled. I
Yeah.
appreciate the concern in the chat. However, this is pretty tame.
No one can cancel
This is
us.
yeah.
It's true.
Someone also commented, are we doing a Cards Christian like game? No.
It's not gonna be Christian at all.
No. Yeah.
It's
No
not.
Christian undertones whatsoever.
Legit
When it comes to card games,
cutthroat.
we got to create more chronicles. Okay.
Exactly.
So
Anyway, guys, that is our mailbag segment. If you guys have questions you'd like to send into the show, questions@ygcpodcast.com. And if you guys have something that you would like to see in store for Youth Group Chronicles in 2025, shoot us a message or an email. Give us some ideas, maybe some segments for the show you guys would like to hear. We're always looking for some ideas. But let's move on to some stories. This is from Anelia. At youth group, we were playing jump rope with one of those huge tug-of-war ropes. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
I got a story.
About the
I got a story that happened this week, but we'll just, you know what? That we're here for this. Giant. Yep.
We woo. Yo. Giant Tug is crazy. Giant Tug is diabolical. Whoa. Whoa. This is the first episode.
Well,
yeah, this is
This is wild. All right.
Oh, I have to jump to the comments real quick. Someone just asked, is it an R-rated game? Absolutely. Will the card game have a mobile app? Maybe.
you want to fund our Kickstarter?
Is it R-rated?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to fund our Kickstarter? Harold?
It's going to be send the Kickstarter link.
Will it have a mobile app? That's
Absolutely.
up to you. Who's
That's
your dad?
Is he gonna
I don't know. Maybe Harold's like a full-grown man.
I'm sure he is.
Your name's
With the name
Harold. You're not like,
You gotta be at least 48.
I'm not going to say nothing. Harold's probably 14. Harold, how old are you? Let's see if we can tell from his screen. It's got text. over it.
He looked black. Harold, you black?
Well, that means no.
I'm 22. That means, hold on.
Well,
Sam, what's that mean?
Nothing. That's why I stopped.
No, go ahead.
It's a compliment, but you're gonna say it's racist.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
I won't. I won't say it's
Yes, you
racist.
will.
No, I won't.
A tug of war.
Sam, just say it.
The
Say
tug of
it.
war.
It's okay.
Nope.
I'll say it with you.
Every youth game
You
is
said it,
kind of
'cause you already know what I was
uncensored and
thinking. No, I
R-rated.
wasn't.
All right, I'll tell you after.
We'll leave
I'll tell
Harold.
you after.
We'll leave Harold alone.
All right, we left people
Why you
hanging on this
covering
story.
your mouth?
All right, tug of war game.
At youth group, we were playing jump rope with one of those huge tug-of-war ropes,
Okay.
which for people that aren't familiar, they're like huge, very thick.
Mm-hmm.
To up the stakes, we thought it would be funny to try to jump with a horse mask on. One of the guys put it on, but unfortunately couldn't see well. He lasted about one jump until the rope got tangled around his neck and he smacked off the floor. If that rope hit you in the neck, that's like a weighted vest.
Dude, that's like a live action noose.
Yeah, the universe.
That's like
That's live action.
that's like
I'm
one,
sure
that's
all
like
of them
one,
are
that's
live
like
action.
no,
I'm
that's
sure.
like one that hunts you.
I really
It
don't
hunts
like
you
this.
down. hunts you. A noose that hunts you.
Hog tie.
That would be
I don't know how to hog tie
Bro.
people. Dang.
wow.
That
That's
Is he
just-
okay?
That's like some Final
They
Destination
didn't clarify,
stuff.
Oh.
but maybe.
Bro, that's some
Oh,
Final
yeah. He gotta be
Destination
black.
stuff.
Harold, you black?
I
Just
thought you
answer
said
the
he
question,
was.
brother.
Listen, that's a whole.
Peruvian.
That's a whole.
Let me see his picture, George.
At the end of the
He
day.
got his own picture on it.
At the end of the day,
You got his picture too?
that's.
Let me see. Yeah, please. Actually, can I read it? Let me
No.
read it on the mic. Let me read it on the mic. Let me read it on the mic. Give me the phone.
As you can see, this episode is going exactly to plan.
This is going exactly how I thought it was going to go, to be honest.
Hold on. Oh.
Dang, we're giving Harold a lot of clout. He didn't even pay us.
Harold, you watch your mouth. Talk about yourself like that. I'm not reading that.
Well, anyway.
All I'm saying is
Even mean?
George, why are you laughing? That boy got 1 Corinthians 13, 11 through 12. When he was a child, he spoke like a child. Grow up.
Poor Harold.
Harold, we love you, man.
Thank you for hopping on the live, Harold. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Harold.
much.
No, but that's a final destination.
Harold got a twin sister.
That's a
Harold
final
Dean.
destination way to go out in youth group.
Yeah.
That the tug of war rope literally
Wrapped around your neck.
wraps
and pulled
around
you
your
to
neck and
they're
yanks
like-
you to the ground. Dude, that's like
Lauren, everything almost just.
it was out after him.
What'd she say?
She said, Harold Dean. Yo,
Dang,
honestly,
imagine just being Harold. You thought you was just gonna say a nice little comment.
Harold ain't coming
It turned into half the episode. We talk about Harold.
All right, this is an anonymous story. And guys, if you have
man.
stories you'd like to send into the show,
Harold
stories
hates
at
us.
ygcpodcast.com. This person said, when I brought my girlfriend to church for the first time, I was introducing her to some of my youth group students.
Oh, first mistake.
That's when the pastor's daughter with special needs came up and asked us, so what have you two done? My girlfriend asked her to clarify what she meant by that, to which the girl responded, you know, kiss, hold hands, other stuff. We had
Hey.
no idea what to say, so we just awkwardly replied, we just hold hands.
Wow.
She was trying to get some advice.
Wow.
Was she?
That's it.
You're probably right.
I don't know if I can comment.
We'd love it.
I have no words.
I'm sure you do.
That's all right.
This is a bad circumstance.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I
What do you
wonder,
say?
you know what I wonder?
What they said.
We just hold hands.
We're just,
That was a great
no.
response.
Is this multiple choice or
so this,
I'd select hold hands? What's the right answer?
So they said it was the pastor's daughter. Was the dad? So that's the senior pastor, right? Did he tell his daughter to go ask the youth pastor to see if he'd catch him up?
That was downright wrong.
That would be crazy. That would
Right?
be like
Emphasis
different
on
level.
the down.
Yep. Is it wrong?
I don't. Is it what?
Nothing.
I didn't hear.
Could that be a scenario? I said, is it wrong?
Is
Could
it
that
wrong?
have been the scenario? The dad trying to check in on his youth pastor? I say,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, hey,
Hannah, don't do
it's
that.
his daughter. I don't know how it works,
yeah, she was holding him accountable, Mike.
but
that's all it was.
someone. It is definitely a
See,
crazy
pastor's
strategy.
playing 4D chess with the strategies. That's what I'm saying.
It is a
How
crazy strategy.
What does the D stand for in 4D?
It was a crazy strategy. This isn't Youth Group After Dark. Youth Group Chronicles After Dark. At end of the day, is if that is a play by the pastor, then
Low key smart.
yeah, but he's moving different.
Real different.
Like he's like, I don't care if it's ethical. Find out. That's like high
At all
class
costs.
purity patrol. Like we're not playing.
This is a story from Luke. This is a very short one. You good?
The Luke got you.
You
It was Luke.
No.
no.
He's got some
He's-
trauma. Luke trauma.
The story hits him when you're in the next one. That's what Isaiah said.
Okay.
No. I was just breathing.
Luke said, we had to
Sorry.
create a no deer urine rule for white elephant gift exchange.
Ooh, say that one more time. No deer.
Urine rule for white elephant gift exchange. That's
What's
the
a
end of the
white
story.
elephant gift exchange?
Like Dirty Santa. How? Okay, this is a very popular game. How Shaw didn't know what this was when I brought it up?
Bro, because
You-
I've never.
Secret Santa. Yeah, there's like
Okay,
multiple
here's
names.
why. Because at any moment that I've done Secret Santa, it was a moment that I gave my life to God.
Okay,
Other
it
than
wasn't
that-
Secret Santa.
It wasn't.
It was white elephant. Everybody brings one gift. They put it in a pile, and then everyone else. You take turn. You draw a number. It's like number 4 goes. They pick one gift. If you like the gift, you're stuck. Like you're stuck with the gift unless someone steals it. If someone steals it, you can steal someone else's, or the gift's in the middle.
I could tell you.
Chat, please help me out. This is the
I
second
believe
person
you. I believe
in
you.
a week that. Huh?
I believe
This is
it.
like a very, very
so
popular.
this is their
Christmas game.
youth group, and they had to make a rule
that
that
they,
no deer urine was allowed.
yeah, as the gift.
Where
So
are they
kids were-
out? Where are they at?
I
They
can tell
can-
you where they're not.
How are they extracting the deer urine? They're like sniping them.
You
I
can
can
buy it
tell
at
you
a store.
who's getting
You
it.
can buy deer urine at a store. Is it for scent? Is
It's
it
for
like
hunting. Yeah,
to? Is for what?
it's to attract bucks.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, yeah. So you can go.
You never
to-
know these days. These skincare routines are getting crazy.
I was gonna say that too, Evan, but I didn't want to be the one.
Nah, bro, I don't know.
What did Evan say?
You say
He
yep.
said something
White
about
elephant.
the opposite of white.
Yeah, Isaiah gets mad every time we say white elephant.
I was just saying in that predicament,
Oh, very white elephant.
very white element.
It checks out.
Okay.
This is a story from Marshall. My youth group decided to do a beach cleanup, and we purposely did this during February in Maryland so the beach would be a ghost town. As we were cleaning up, we heard yelling in the distance. Come to find out, a student had picked up and thrown away his towel, had thrown away a towel of some random surfer dude thinking that it was trash.
Dang.
But when he did, his keys must have flown off into the sand. So our entire youth group had to line up on the beach, walk and find his keys while he was cussing out our youth pastor.
Dang, bro. That's
Lincoln
an honest
Arms.
mistake.
It's very,
Right?
That's
Who
like
yeah.
is
I
surfing in
feel like this-
February in Maryland?
I feel like the surfer was out of pocket for being that mad though.
He was tight. This story says
Like he's
Ah.
following them and cussing them out while they're looking.
Yeah.
Like they got a search party out for his keys. Like
Don't
they
touch my
feel
stuff.
bad already.
Don't touch my stuff.
Dude, he
they
must
said
be
his
a
towel
hardcore
looked
surfer.
like raggedy. So kind of his fault.
Dang, that's even worse.
Why?
That's even worse. And it was February in Maryland.
And now and now
I
That's
mean, like,
y'all
bold.
making fun of his
but
towel.
I know like hardcore surfers, like they don't care.
You
They'll
can
go
wear
out-
like a
they'll go out
wetsuit.
in like 30-degree weather. 30.
Can you wear a wetsuit and stay decently warm, right?
Yeah, like it's still brick. Like, have you seen the
You've never
videos
done
where
it?
they're? Have you seen the videos
No.
where they got the wetsuit on and they're just their mustaches are like frosted?
Yes,
They're like
actually.
frozen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
But I also think the salt water doesn't freeze at the same temperature as regular water,
and it's
so
always
it can
moving.
be mad cold, and that's why it gets all like
Oh,
clumpy.
yeah, not for me. I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's crazy though.
That is wild.
He was
Why
shredding
wasn't the
nard.
surfer looking? Great question.
Shredding
He
the nard, then he had no car. Oh, there, February, man, shredding the nard and he didn't have no car.
He probably had a Jeep.
Also, why was it only a towel?
A towel and his keys.
What else would he need?
Right, he doesn't need a. He doesn't need an umbrella.
You think he's? I mean, he's not going to leave his
He's
phone.
not
Yeah.
sunbathing.
Yeah, in February.
Not even like a
Just
a bag
imagine
or
if you were
something?
one of
I
the
don't know.
dudes who had a metal detector that come up that day.
The come up.
Found the keys. You're going crazy.
Beep, beep.
No way, a Honda Sonata.
All right, I have one more story. This is from Audrey. Our youth pastor was driving a bus full of students when another car absolutely cut him off and made him swerve off the road. As soon as he gained control of the bus again, he heard a student shout from the back of the bus, "Don't worry, pastor, I flipped him off for you."
Damn.
Okay.
Low key though,
Hey,
the youth pastor wasn't that mad.
nah, absolutely.
He was like,
He was
He
a
was
little
like,
happy.
yeah, serves him right.
he was like,
Serves him
dang.
right. Timmy, don't do it again, but serves him right.
Hey, don't do that.
Don't do that, but
That
thank
was
you.
the worst he got.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't do that.
Harold.
And then he drove away with a
His
smile
name
on
is
his face.
Aubrey, not Audrey.
And he drove away with a smile on his face. He was like, hey, don't do that.
The smirk. All right, we will do our Would You Rather segment. This is where I'll take two stories from this episode and pit them against each other. First option is you are volunteering at your local, what is it called? Nursing home.
Mm.
And you're just wheeling around an old lady and out pops the catheter. That's option number one. Option number two is you are having a fun paintball war with all your students and you realize you've been shooting liquid mace at them. Cops are called.
Option one. She might
All right.
not feel it.
So that's what I was kind of wondering.
Depending on the amount
She
of
wasn't
kids.
screaming.
So they didn't say she
Yeah.
was screaming.
They
They
didn't hear her scream. Didn't hear yell. Didn't hear ow.
So listen,
She in that wheelchair. She probably
the wheelchair stopped. That's when I would imagine it got caught. But then they like kind of shoved it forward more.
So you think it pulled out?
Yeah, so at some point it got pulled out. I don't know if it was because of the first stop. So I would imagine if it hurt,
Yeah,
she would have
I mean-
said something the first time, right?
just
Right.
bloop right back in.
But you know, okay, when I was reading that story, have you ever seen the video? It's probably not, but it's decently viral. There's this guy, and he's like at a fridge, and he says, "When you forget that you have kids," he's like trying to shut the door of the fridge, and he's like, "Why is it?" And then it pans, and there's a kid with his head in the door. That's immediately what because you
Anytime
just see him
Sam
like.
sees this video, he sends it to me. This is how I know what he's talking about.
I probably sent you that so many. I laugh so hard every time.
Yo.
That's exactly what I thought when she's like, "Oh, what the heck?" And she's like trying to rip it for them.
What
like-
up, girl?
So Isaiah is taking poor catheter woman.
Hold on, because depending on the amount of children and other things with her life, it
Wee woo.
Cole?
I'm gonna say option one
I'm going option
because
one.
like option
Whole
one
way.
sounds like something that pretty much happens in a nursing home
Option
once a
two.
week.
All the time.
Option two.
Option
I'm
two
spraying
is
these
like-
kids with lethal.
I'm sitting there
No,
with
I'm
cops, and I'm like, no, I promise. I thought I was buying and he's
If
got
one-
it. And I know how I get into it when I'm playing paintball.
Like you
Like
are.
I'll be running like, yeah, like just
If
screaming.
one of those kids got shot in the eye.
This is what you
It's a dub.
get. Like
It's a
people are
dub.
gonna think this is premeditated.
Absolutely.
I think I got to go with option one as well, simply because there's only one person you're affecting as opposed to what?
As
A
many
bunch of
little
kids.
kids as you can hit. You ever done that? And you heard the analogy? How many kids could you shoot with a paintball mace gun?
No, wait, what is it?
It's not. I just made it that.
Oh, and it's like
it's
you're in
usually
a
like
field.
how many 6-year-olds could you take with a
If they're
baseball
running
bat
at you
in a field?
Yeah. How many can you take?
Right. Like how many Laurens could you hit? Could you beat
I could be
if they were running at you in a
going
field? You had a
on?
baseball bat, and you got to be like,
I-
I think I could beat 36 Laurens.
What's going on?
Is you
Oh.
anything can go on. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. It is a clean sweep for Would You Rather. Doesn't happen very often.
Right.
Does not happen very often. We have some people in the chat saying option 2. But you guys will have to find out when we post this on Instagram. We do these polls. You guys can go vote for yourself when this is up on our story. But thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. 145 episodes in the books. Isaiah and Cole, thank you for making this a historical episode of Youth Group Chronicles. It's been an honor. And we will see you all next week.